Hi everybody, in this video we will review and tear down the Makita DML801 Worklight. The light has two brightness settings, 240 and 120 lumens. It also has two axes of articulation. The rotation about the neck has 7 positions and 180 degrees of range. The rotation about the head also has 7 positions, but 270 degrees of range. Out of curiosity, I took current and spectrum measurements of the light, and at its maximum it drew about 1/4 of an amp. From that measurement, the light should easily beat the advertised runtime. The lighting efficiency is a little bit lower than what I've seen online, but this is understandable since this is the entire tool and not just an LED diode. The color rendering is a neutral daylight at 4900 degrees Kelvin, and the color rendering is nothing special at 69. I think it's pretty common for non-specialized LEDs to have weak reds and cyans. In regular usage, this becomes pretty apparent on red objects as they appear pretty flat. The light is assembled completely with screws. The LED board is held in with these split shafts that are deformed when the screws are put in. It takes a little bit of finagling to scoot the board out using a pair of pliers to pinch the shaft together. The lens for the LED already has a little bit of texturing, but I like a little bit more diffusion, so I add my own diffuser when I reassemble the light. The head articulation is achieved by this 2-piece mechanism. The white outer ring will deform to allow the bump along the inside to advance to the next divot along the inner plastic gear. The neck articulation uses a different mechanism. The small white dome is spring-loaded and is forced into one of the 7 divots along the opposite face. Opening the handle clamshell reveals a simple setup. We have a big coil on each side of the PCB. The power comes in from the battery and is dropped down to 10 volts. It looks like a Zener controlled transistor voltage regulator, but you're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong. From there it is split into 2 parallel circuits, and the switch will complete one or both of the circuits for low and high modes. I like to put an extra diffuser onto my LED lights if there isn't already a good one. I use the lens to mark out the correct size and cut it out of my sheet of diffusing plastic. It fits between the lens and the housing nicely, and if dimensioned correctly, it won't need to be glued in. As you can see, it softens the shadows pretty nicely, but because of the close distance between the LED and diffuser, the softening effect isn't as dramatic as on other lights. Overall, I think the tool is pretty good, but a little pricey, but that could be said of all of Makita's lights. Thanks for watching.